Today we're going to be talking about one very good trend, one very good sign for the case market, and something to definitely be excited about. We're also going to be talking about maybe why this is happening right now, what you should do about it, and just go over the overall case market in general as well, because obviously cases I do think are one of the best investments in the entire Counter-Strike 2 community. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about there. But of course, first, just want to mention real quick, if you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items and turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. We're buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price on the screens. It's a ton of stuff that we bought recently, all kinds of different stuff from cases, knives, weapons, guns, stickers, capsules, whatever. So if you're looking to cash out, hit me up. We can probably get a deal done. And of course, help support me, my channel, my content. With that being said, let's get right into this today. So we are on CS2 Case Tracker real quick. This is a website that shows you case unboxing numbers. It's not exact science, but it's an estimation of some of the recent case unboxing numbers. And I know, it's a little bit cut off. You can't really see everything, but right now we're just focused on the total that's in the middle of the screen. So we'll maybe zoom out if we need to later or whatever. But this website, it's not the best to show in videos because it doesn't really fit on the screen perfectly, but whatever. So case unboxing numbers month by month, dating back to January of 2024. They estimate that we had around 21 million cases unboxed in January of 2024, which seems like an insane number, and it is, and it just shows you why cases are so good. Case supplies are constantly being eaten into. Now, yes, cases are always being dropped, and as the player base number increases and all that stuff, the case numbers are getting unboxed or dropped more and more and more, especially the active duty cases are just getting absolutely dropped in crazy numbers. But obviously the rare drop pool, which is 1% of drops overall split amongst all of the rare cases, those numbers, they just don't, the math isn't mathing. Those cases are just going to go down over time. It's going to make them really good investments. So 21 million in January of 2024, fast forward to 31 million in February 2024. These, again, are just crazy numbers. January is usually kind of a slow month after Christmas and all that stuff, but then people start getting more money. They start ramping things up. They start going a little more crazy. 38 million in March of 2024, and I think that was the peak actually for 2024, and then things started to chill out a little bit, back down to 30 million in April, 33 million in May, still really good, and then things kind of fell off a cliff in June. Now, again, could this be some errors in the website or the estimations or tracking or whatever? Yeah, possibly, but also we do know that just in general, things start to slow down over the summer. We did see the player base decrease significantly into June and July, losing a couple percent, where throughout the early months in 2024, we were just gaining players all the time, which would make sense that case unboxing numbers are going to keep increasing. We also saw the kilowatt case release in February, which is also significantly going to increase unboxing numbers as well. Obviously, people want to get those new items and get those new things going. So again, in June, things started to slow down. School is out. People are on summer vacation. People are chilling out, getting outside, doing all that good stuff. And then into July, we saw things pretty flat as well there again with 18 million for the unboxings. But the good news here and the exciting trend, one of the good things to bank on is that within the last month, we have case unboxing numbers of 26 million. Now, this is counting half of July and half of August, since we're about halfway through August right now. Again, this is significantly more than the 18 million that we saw in July. And again, this is including half of July. This really shows the upward trend and the upward momentum that we're seeing in August, where case unboxing numbers are very much increasing. And then again, if we even take a look at the last week, we have around 7 million unboxed in the last week, which would put us on pace for around 28 million in the month of August. I think August has 31 days, so, whatever. You can say it's a little bit less than 7 million, which make it less than 28, but add in a couple days, whatever. I think this is estimated just around 28 million, which is a very good sign. And again, this wouldn't put us around the highest month of 2024, but at least puts us up there with some of the better months, and also shows that things are pointing in the right direction. And then what gets even more interesting is if you start to dive into some of the case prices. We have seen, some of the older, a little bit more expensive cases, kind of the mid-tier price of cases, like the revolver case. This thing's up 11% in the past month. This is a very good sign, and it's starting a nice little trend here. Now, within the last year, this thing is up 1%. It's pretty much flat within the last year. So even though this thing is up pretty big, 11% in the past month, it doesn't mean it's too late. It doesn't mean you've already missed the big gains. It doesn't mean you've missed the thing. The upward trends are probably, and if this, could potentially be just getting started. And if case unboxing numbers keep going up and the player base keeps going up, case prices could definitely have a lot of room to run from here. Glove case, this thing is up 3.84% in the past month. This has been one of the big winners. This is one where, if you wanted to talk about maybe potentially missing out on gains or getting in too late or whatever, the glove case, you probably have more of an argument there. Glove case is around all-time highs right now. It's up 50% in the past year. Glove case has been absolutely insane. People love the OG gloves, and obviously there's not a lot of ways to get them, and those those gloves are just going to kind of keep continuing in price. But the glove case, again, another case that's been doing very, very well within the past month, up about 4%. Not as insane as a revolver case, but again, we've already seen the big gains with the glove case. And then finally, the last kind of mid-tier price case I wanted to look at was Chroma 2. So we do see all these mid-tier price cases. This is $7. This is $2.25. This is $3. Chroma 2 case up 7.29% in the past month. And then again, in the past year, this thing's actually down. So again, you haven't missed out on anything. This is down within the past year. This thing is still at a dip. Now, you're not getting as much of a dip as you would have been in like March of 2024 or November of 2023 or whatever. But again, if cases are genuinely going to continue to go up over time, you're not buying the top of the market or anything necessarily right here. You're still kind of getting these at a point, hopefully before the big craziness gets started. Now, active duty cases, want to take a look at those as well. Dreams and Nightmares, one of the most popular cases in the whole game. People absolutely love this thing. The unboxing numbers are always crazy, but of course the supply numbers are crazy for this thing as well, being an active duty case. Crazy that it's $1.25 as an active duty case, but this thing is up 22% in the past month and pretty flat over the past year, up about 5%. But again, we can see that things are starting to trend in the upward direction. Now, again, a case people aren't so hot on, the recoil case, the cheapest active duty case, the cheapest case in the game right now, I do believe, 14 cents. It's actually down 5% over the past month. And if you zoom out, this thing has been absolutely crushed. The thing has gotten decimated. This is crazy. Last year, this thing was all the way up to 66 cents, and now it's down to 14 cents. So the recoil case, I actually do think is an interesting purchase because this one you are buying the mega dip on, and it's just getting so cheap. Like, really how cheap can cases in general go? But also there's a chance that recoil case could be the next case removed from the active duty pool. And if it does, it will get a nice little price jump and price spike, especially if the market is trending in an upward direction at that time. So to me, with cases going up, with case unboxings going up and the recoil potentially getting removed relatively soon, with this thing being down 5% and 75% in the past year, recoil case actually becomes one of the more interesting purchases in the entire case market. Even as an active duty case, this is still one that I would consider picking up. And again, for 14 cents, you can load up on a ton of them and give yourself a ton of flexibility. But no matter what, at 14 cents, it should be a great long-term hold. It might be a couple years, but you should see some pretty significant returns, I would assume. Prism 2 case, one of my favorite cases, up 2% in the past month. Now we're getting kind of in the cheaper, highly unboxed rare cases. Again, we looked at cases that were a couple dollars before, but now these are 69 cents for the Prism 2 case. Up 2% in the past month, pretty flat, but in the past year, down 7%. So again, Prisma 2 with some huge unboxing numbers. I don't know if this will actually load. Prisma 2 has had 176,000 cases unboxed in the past week. It's a little bit behind the Danger Zone, a little bit behind the Clutch case, but it's one of the most unboxed rare cases, and it's just been doing really well. But again, its numbers are still down, even though case unboxings are starting to trend up. Prisma 2 is one of people's favorite cases to unbox, so I think the prices are lagging a little bit here, which could be an interesting opportunity to start loading up on them now. Because the unboxing numbers are going up faster than the prices are necessarily keeping up. Danger Zone case, I think this is the most unboxed rare case right now. In the past week, it's even past the Clutch case, which is very, very, very crazy. Danger Zone case is absolutely on fire right now. But even though it has been passing cases left and right, and this thing is absolutely getting eaten into, still down 2% in the past month and down 14% in the past year. This makes this case one of the most interesting purchases in all the case market for me because, again, getting the most unboxed rare case that's also down 15% in the past year, that seems like a dream come true. That seems like a lot of things aligning in the right position. And finally, I want to take a look at the discontinued cases, which have been going insane recently. Operation Riptide case up 33% in the past month, and this thing is up 37% in the past year. And then Operation Broken Fang case, which is probably the best discontinued case, up 8.59% in the past month. And up 37% in the past year. So you have those couple different options there. You have the mid-tier price, a little bit older rare cases. You have the discontinued cases. You have the little bit cheaper, super unboxed rare cases. And then you have, the discontinued and the active duty as well. I can't remember what I already said. But those are a couple different options and a couple, the best cases you can pick from each of those. It's just kind of going to depend on what you want. Honestly, I would kind of think the best strategy might be to diversify yourself and own a little bit of each of those boxes of cases. Have one, maybe pick out your favorite case from each of those little groups, because at certain different times and for certain different reasons, maybe discontinued cases do really good and some of the cheaper rare cases don't do as good. And we've seen that kind of operating all over the place because you can see discontinued cases are on fire over the past year, and the cheap rare cases are not doing so well over the past year. But I think that will change, and I do think a lot of those cheap rare cases are primed to have a really nice run over the next couple of years because unboxing numbers are going up and they're supplies are going to be getting eaten into like crazy. But yes, definitely a great sign of the markets right now that we have had almost 7 million cases unboxed in the past week. And cases, I think, are pretty good purchase right now. They're definitely something that I'm buying very actively, and hopefully we'll all see some gains and make some money. But that's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.